Do you think this show, even though this part didn't happen in the books, they're kind of taking some things into their own free will here. Do you think it would have been better if they slowed it down a little and maybe you saw some more of the fallout from Lady Rhea's death into that house and what happened, and with him coming over to the marriage scene, and maybe say if Daemon did happen to be a little bit more on the accusation line, not as much as like how Tyrion was in Game of Thrones, but you saw more of that conflict there, and they took this a little bit slower. Do you think it would have been better that way?
Yeah, I definitely think it would have brought a new piece to the puzzle, but I think we had mentioned it seems as if House of the Dragon is only going to go 4 seasons, and maybe they had to move some things along, and that would have just been like a side conflict that maybe didn't. I think it could have held some dire consequences one way or the other for the realm, but I guess it's just a direction that they didn't want to go in, right? So I think it'd been cool to see that and to see if that would have played any sort of role when push comes to shove and we hit the peak of a clash. I think that would have been really cool to see that slowed down and at least make it another thing that we've got to think about in the back of our heads while all like the main plot is going on. So yeah, I think that'd be cool if they would have slowed that down. I don't hate what they did. I think it still made sense for the majority, and I kind of like things that are difficult to follow, because some of these episodes would jump like a year in an episode or 3 years in an episode, then all of a sudden we got this 10-year jump, from this episode here to next week's episode. So it's just really interesting how it's coming there, and I enjoy it. I think it's a fun challenge to analyze a show that you really got to think about and include like time hops in and stuff. So I'm cool with it either way, but I think that would have been nice to have that slowed down and be able to see if that would have played a role going into this big conflict that this whole series is leading up to.